Type of sentences in English with examples. Learn easily. You are near to learning the type of sentences in English with examples. A learner should know the classification of English sentences. If you want to speak, write, and understand English properly, you must read this article attentively. We will discuss this classification of sentences based on meaning and based on structure. Before entering the main classification, we should know the definition of an English sentence. What is a sentence in English? We know that one or more letters sitting side by side make words. And one or more words sit together to form sentences. In this case, words and sentences will be full of meaning. This definition is for any language. So, one or more English words when together make a meaning. This word or group of words is called an English sentence. Type of sentences in English with examples. You will learn below all the types of sentences with enough examples. Examples will help you to understand more the topics. So let us now talk about the classification of English sentences. Type of sentences in English on structure based. In English, sentences can be classified based on their structure into four main types. These are simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, compound complex sentences. We will learn these types of sentences in detail. Simple sentence in English. A simple sentence is a type of sentence that consists of just one independent clause. It has a subject and a predicate. Also, it expresses a complete sense of the speaker or writer. Examples of simple sentences. By looking at some examples of simple sentences, we can recognize these types of sentences more easily. So let's look at some examples. The cat sleeps. She sings beautifully. They eat pizza for dinner. He plays the guitar. Birds chirp in the morning. The sun is shining brightly. I like chocolate ice cream. She dances gracefully. He reads books every night. Birds sing in the morning. In each of these examples, there is a subject, cat, he, star, she, bird, and a predicate, sleeps, sings beautifully, eats pizza for dinner, plays the guitar, chirps in the morning. Definition of complex sentence. A complex sentence contains one independent clause, a complete meaning with a subject and predicate, and at least one dependent clause, a group of words that has a subject and predicate but not a complete meaning. To express full meaning, it depends on another clause. Example of a complex sentence. We will give some examples of some complex sentences here. And you will understand the matter better through these examples. When the bell rang, the students quickly left the classroom. Independent clause, the students quickly left the classroom. Dependent clause, when the bell rang. Because it was raining, they decided to stay indoors and play board games. Independent clause, they decided to stay indoors and play board games. Dependent clause, because it was raining. While Mary was cooking dinner, her brother set the table. Independent clause, her brother set the table. Dependent clause, while Mary was cooking dinner. Since it was a holiday, the family went on a picnic. Independent clause, the family went on a picnic. Dependent clause, since it was a holiday. What is a compound sentence? Two or more independent clauses make a compound sentence. Coordinate conjunctions, such as and, but, or, semicolons, or conjunctive adverbs are used to connect two or more independent clauses. Compound sentence examples in English grammar. You will learn here some examples of different types of sentences made with coordinating conjunctions, semicolons, and conjunctive adverbs. Compound sentence examples with and. Here are some examples of compound sentences with and. I like pizza, and my friend likes burgers. The cat slept all day, and the dog played in the yard. She read a book, and he watched a movie. It rained outside, and we stayed indoors to play board games. I enjoy playing soccer, and my brother prefers basketball. She went to the market, and he stayed home to cook dinner. The concert was loud and energetic, and the crowd danced all night. Compound sentence examples with but. Now we are writing the sentences that are made with but. Here are some examples of compound sentences with but. I like ice cream, but my sister prefers cake. He studied for the test, but he still didn't do well. They went to the beach, but it was too windy for swimming. The cat is small, but it is very playful. Compound sentence examples with or. Here are some examples of compound sentences with or. I can eat an apple, or I can have a banana. You can wear a sweater, or you can grab a jacket. We can play video games, or we can go to the park. Finish your chores now, or you won't get dessert. You can choose the blue book, or you can pick the red one. Compound sentence examples with nor. Here are some easy examples of compound sentences with nor. He neither likes coffee nor does he enjoy tea. She neither called me nor sent a message. The car neither started nor did it make any sound. I neither understood the question nor could I answer it. They neither went to the party nor stayed at home. Compound sentence examples with yet. Here are some easy examples of compound sentences with yet. I finished my homework early, yet I still had time to watch TV. He tried his best to fix the computer, yet it wouldn't start. The sun was shining brightly, yet it was a cold day. They were tired from the hike, yet they decided to go for a swim. Compound sentence examples with so. Here are some easy examples of compound sentences with so. She likes reading, so she visited the library. I finished my homework early, so I could go to the movies. The cake is ready, so we can now have dessert. He practiced every day, so he became a skilled guitarist. Compound sentence examples with semicolons. Here are some easy examples of compound sentences with semicolons. She enjoys painting, her brother prefers playing the guitar. They went to the beach, however, it started raining. I have a test tomorrow, I need to study tonight. The cat slept all day, the dog played in the yard. He wants to travel to Paris, she dreams of visiting Tokyo. What is a compound complex sentences? A compound complex sentence is a sentence that combines the features of both a compound sentence and a complex sentence. It includes two or more independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. Compound complex sentences examples. Here are some easy examples of compound complex sentences. Even though it was late, she continued working on her project, and her friend offered to help. Independent clauses, she continued working on her project, her friend offered to help. Dependent clause, even though it was late. While we were at the beach, the children played in the sand, and the adults relaxed under the umbrellas. Independent clauses, the children played in the sand, the adults relaxed under the umbrellas. Dependent clause, while we were at the beach. Although the movie was long, you enjoyed it, and you discussed it over dinner. Independent clauses, you enjoyed it, you discussed it over dinner. Dependent clause, although the movie was long. Since it was a holiday, my brother went on a trip, and he visited several tourist attractions. Independent clauses, my brother went on a trip, he visited several tourist attractions. Dependent clause, since it was a holiday. After the rain stopped, they went outside to play, but the ground was still wet. Independent clauses, they went outside to play, the ground was still wet. Dependent clause, after the rain stopped. Type of sentences in English on meaning based. English sentences are divided into 5 parts based on meaning. These are: assertive sentence equals means to describe. Interrogative sentence equals means asking questions. Imperative sentence equals command, request, advice. Optative sentence equals means prayer or wish. Exclamatory sentence equals refers to sudden emotions like joy, pain, etc. Each of them is discussed below in clear, simple, and understandable language. Assertive sentence meaning in English grammar with examples. Assertive sentence is the sentence used to describe an event or topic. When the description of any kind of subject is said or written, those sentences are mainly written in assertive sentences. Assertive sentence structure. Assertive sentence structure is subject plus verb plus extension. Here, subject equals the person or thing that performs an action in a sentence is called the subject. In a sentence, the person or thing about which something is said is called the subject. Verb equals any action, doing, is called a verb. An example will make the matter more clear. Suppose you are reading a book. Here this reading is an action and this reading is the verb of the sentence. Extension equals sentence has some parts besides subject and verb. This part is basically called extension. That is, extension basically refers to everything after the verb together. For example, if we say a sentence equals he goes to madrasa. Here he equals subject, goes equals verb, and to madrasa equals extension. Classification of assertive sentences. Assertive sentence is divided into 2 parts. Namely, affirmative sentence, negative sentence. Affirmative sentence. The descriptive, assertive, sentence that gives affirmative information about something is called an affirmative sentence. That is, using an affirmative sentence to describe something and at the same time give it a positive meaning. Let's make the point clear with some examples. For example, I eat mango. She is a girl. He is an honest man. Note that the sentences discussed above are describing or acknowledging something and at the same time conveying an affirmative idea. So we can call these sentences affirmative sentences. Negative sentence definition in English. An assertive sentence that means denying something is called a negative sentence. That is, the sentence that provides or describes information that does not understand a concept is called a negative sentence. For example, she is not a good student. Look at this sentence here, where some information about a student is described but the description conveys a negative meaning. So it is a negative sentence. Below are some more examples. She is not good. I have no book. She doesn't read books. Note that each of the sentences above is denying something. So the above sentences are not logical sentences or negative sentences. Structure of negative sentence. Negative sentences can be formed in different ways, these are discussed below. In case of present indefinite tense, to change the sentence from affirmative to negative, do not does not should be placed before the main verb. For example, affirmative sentence equals she eats a banana. Negative sentence equals she does not eat a banana. Affirmative sentence equals I eat mango. Negative sentence equals I do not eat mango. The special thing to remember here is that if you form a negative sentence using does, the main verb of the sentence will not have s or es. In case of past indefinite tense, to change the sentence from affirmative to negative, you have to put did not before the main verb. For example, affirmative sentence equals he went there. Negative sentence equals he did not go there. Affirmative sentence equals I ate a mango. Negative sentence equals I did not eat a mango. The special thing to remember here is that if you use did to form a negative sentence, you have to use the present form of the original verb. Can, could, shall, should, may, might, am, is, are, was, were, need, dare etc. Modal auxiliary etc. are expressed. They are called modal or modal auxiliary. If there is a sentence to make it negative, there is no need to use any additional do/does/did. Just use not after the modal auxiliary to make a negative sentence. For example, affirmative equals she may come today. Equals probability. Negative equals she may not come today. Equals probability. Affirmative equals I can read it. Equals capability. Negative equals I cannot read it. Equals capability. If you want to convert all tense other than present tense and past indefinite tense into negative sentence, all the auxiliary verbs that are used to break the affirmative sentence of all those tenses will become negative sentence only if you put not after them. For example, in case of present continuous tense, affirmative sentence equals I am reading the book. Negative sentence equals I am not reading the book. In case of past continuous tense, affirmative sentence equals they were swimming. Negative sentence equals they were not swimming. In case of present perfect tense, affirmative sentence equals he has done this. Negative sentence equals he has not done this. In case of future indefinite tense, affirmative sentence equals I will go. Negative sentence equals I will not go. Interrogative sentence definition in English. The type of sentence that is used in asking a question or asking something in the English language is called an interrogative sentence. For example, are you reading carefully? This is a question sentence. Structure of interrogative sentence with examples. Auxiliary verb or main verb or modal auxiliary plus subject plus main verb, if the sentence has more than one verb, plus rest of the sentence plus question mark. In interrogative sentence, the subject is usually preceded by the auxiliary verb and the rest of the sentence plus a question mark, is used at the end. The structure of interrogative sentence and examples according to its structure are discussed below. If auxiliary verbs such as am, is, are, was, were, have, has, etc. are used as main verb in assertive sentence. In this case only this verb should be placed before the subject and at the end of the sentence. Signs should be posted. For example, assertive sentence equals I am a student. Interrogative sentence equals am I a student? Assertive sentence equals she is an honest woman. Interrogative sentence equals is she an honest woman? Assertive sentence equals you are happy. Interrogative sentence equals are you happy? Assertive sentence equals he was hungry. Interrogative sentence equals was he hungry? Note that the verbs used in the above sentences are main verbs, because each sentence has only one verb. If the assertive sentence has modal or semi-modal, can, could, would, may, might, dare, must, should etc., if you want to convert that sentence into interrogative, you have to put that modal or semi-modal verb before the subject. For example, assertive sentence equals she can do it. Interrogative sentence equals can she do it? Assertive sentence equals he may come today. Interrogative sentence equals may he come today? Assertive sentence equals you should read it. Interrogative sentence equals should you read it? Assertive sentence equals he could do it. Interrogative sentence equals could he do it? If the verbs used in present indefinite tense are ordinary verbs, then do does should be placed in front of the subject of the assertive sentence to form an interrogative and mark at the end of the sentence. For example, assertive sentence equals she goes. Interrogative sentence equals does she go? Assertive sentence equals I read. Interrogative sentence equals do I read? Assertive sentence equals Kareem reads a book. Interrogative sentence equals does Kareem read a book? In the case of past indefinite tense, Did should be placed before the subject of the sentence and the present form of the main verb should be used. And at the end of the sentence, should be placed. In this case the present form of the main verb is. For example, assertive sentence equals he went to school. Interrogative sentence equals did he go to school? Assertive sentence equals he came. Interrogative sentence equals did he come? Apart from the tenses mentioned above, how can the sentences of other tenses be turned into interrogative sentences by just placing the auxiliary verb before the subject and at the end of the sentence? Marks are to be given. For example, present continuous tense. Assertive sentence equals he is reading a book. Interrogative sentence equals is he reading a book? Assertive sentence equals he is eating rice. Interrogative sentence equals is he eating rice? Present perfect tense. Assertive sentence equals he has done the work. Interrogative sentence equals has he done the work? Assertive sentence equals he has done this. Interrogative sentence equals has he done this? Present perfect continuous tense. Assertive sentence equals they have been reading a story for 2 hours. Interrogative sentence equals have they been reading a story for 2 hours? Past continuous tense. Assertive sentence equals I was swimming. Interrogative sentence equals was I swimming? Future indefinite tense. Assertive sentence equals he will go. Interrogative sentence equals will he go? Future continuous tense. Assertive sentence equals I will be reading. Interrogative sentence equals will I be reading? When equals when, where equals where, how, which equals which, who equals who, etc. If the word Bengali is in the interrogative sentence and when converting that Bengali sentence to English, the mentioned words should be placed at the beginning of the sentence and then the auxiliary verb, do, did, have, has, is, was, were, etc., should be placed. For example, when did she go? When will you go? Where did she go? How does she do it? How did she do it? How has she done it? How will she do it? Which book do you want? Which book will you buy? Who went there? Who did it? Who will do it? Notice that when, where, and how words are followed by the helping verb. After that sits the subject of the sentence but after which is followed by a noun, book, followed by the helping verb and after that the subject, here you. On the other hand, who is directly followed by the main verb. But in the case of continuous tense, perfect tense, and future tense, the auxiliary verb sits after who. When a negative sentence is converted into an interrogative sentence, it is called a negative interrogative sentence. For example, she goes to school equals affirmative sentence. She does not go to madrasa equals negative sentence. Does she not go to school equals neg interrogative sentence. Imperative sentence definition and examples. In the English language, the sentence that means order, order, request, request, advice, advice, is called imperative sentence. For example, mother is saying to her child, Habib, go home. Equals Habib go home, order equals command here means order. Doctor is saying to patient, take this medicine every day, advice. The customer is saying to the shopkeeper, give me 5 kg of rice, please. Equals please give me 5 kilograms of rice, request equals request or here means request. Then we can easily understand that it is an imperative sentence by reading a sentence. If that sentence expresses a command, request or advice. Structure of imperative sentence. In the case of imperative sentence, the sentence is requesting, commanding, advising the second person or you. But this you is not written in the sentence. And the sentence begins directly with the main verb, Principal verb. That is, the structure of imperative sentences. Verb plus extension. For example, you do the work. Here do the work is referring now to the second person. That is, this sentence means you do the work. The word you is not required to be used in Bengali language or English language. Then it is seen that the imperative sentence begins with a verb and refers to the second person. Use of let. According to many writers, imperative sentences in first person and third person begin with let. For example, let me go. Let him go. Optative sentence meaning in English. In the English language, the sentences that express the desire or wish, prayer, etc. are called optative sentences. For example, long live you equals may you live long. In the above mentioned sentence, the speaker or the writer is wishing a long life to another person. So this is an optative sentence. Structure of optative sentence. To form an optative sentence, several rules have to be followed, such as: optative sentences are usually preceded by the verb may. For example, may. Then the noun or pronoun of the person being prayed for is placed. For example, may you. Then the action being prayed or wished to happen, bare infinitive, s/es/ing/ed without, will sit. For example, may you live. After that, add the necessary word to make the sentence meaningful. For example, may you live long. But if the prayer or wish is meant to be made to someone else for that person, then the stages of formation of optative sentence will be as follows. May will sit first. Then the verb, s/es/ing/ed without, for the action being prayed for. For example, may Allah bless. Then the noun or pronoun for which the wish or prayer is being made. For example, may Allah bless you. Hope you understand how to form optative sentence. The structure of optative sentence can be shown as follows. Optative sentence formation with may. May plus noun or pronoun plus verb plus rest. For example, may you succeed in life. Forming optative sentence with wish. Wish plus noun or pronoun plus rest. For example, wish you great success. Forming optative sentence with long. Long plus verb plus noun or pronoun plus rest. For example, long live our reader. Exclamatory sentence meaning. In the English language, all the sentences that express the speaker's sudden happiness, sadness, emotions, feelings, anger, etc. are called exclamatory sentences. For example, how nice the bird is. A sudden pleasure or emotion of the speaker's or writer's mind is particularly expressed in the sentence. So it is exclamatory sentence. An example of this. Characteristics of exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence has some distinctive features, which are mentioned below. It expresses the sudden emotions of the human mind, joy, happiness, sadness, feelings, etc. In the case of exclamatory sentence, the subject sits before the verb of the sentence. A note of exclamation is used at the end of this type of sentence. Structure of exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory sentence can be formed in different ways. Following is the process of such sentence formation. How plus adjective plus NP, noun or pronoun, plus be verb equals am, is, are, was, were, plus. How nice the car is. How interesting the story is. How honest the boy is. Rules for forming exclamatory sentences using what. For example, what plus a and plus noun slash pronoun plus noun pronoun plus be plus. For example, what a fool she is. What a scoundrel you are. The two words fool and scoundrel used in the above sentences are basically nouns because the adjective of fool equals foolish. In this case, if you want to use a noun in a sentence, you have to start the sentence with how. For example, how foolish she is equals what a fool she is. If you look at the sentence, you will understand that the article, an, is placed in front of the noun, not in front of the adjective. If there is an adjective in the sentence, if you want to convert that sentence into an exclamatory sentence, its structure will be as follows. What plus an plus adjective plus noun slash pronoun plus noun slash pronoun plus be plus. For example, what a fine flower it is. How fine a flower it is. If you look at the two exclamatory sentences made up of what and how, you can see that an is placed before the adjective in sentence no. 1 and in the second sentence, an is placed after the adjective. Many times when speaking, exclamatory sentences are formed without verbs. In this case, the structure of the sentence will be, how plus adjective plus. For example, how fat, how deli, how interesting, how fine, how sad. Exclamatory sentences can also be formed in this way. What plus a and plus adjective plus. For example, what a luck, what a chance, what a scoundrel, what a flower. Exclamatory sentences can also be formed in this way. What plus a and plus adjective plus noun slash pronoun plus. For example, what a good luck, what a fine picture, what a bad time, what a lucky chance, what a bad man. How to form an exclamatory sentence in the case of desiring what cannot be imagined or fulfilled is. Formation of exclamatory sentence in the sense of being. Structure 1. Structure 1, were plus NP plus NP plus. For example, I wish I were a bird. Equals were I a bird. I wish I were the king. Equals were I a king. Structure 2. The exclamatory sentence structure can also be where plus noun slash pronoun plus a and plus adjective plus noun slash pronoun plus. For example, if only he were an honest boy. Equals were he an honest boy. I wish I was a rich man. Equals were I a rich man. I wish I was an educated man. Equals were I an educated man. Structure 3. The structure of exclamatory sentences can be like this. Where plus noun slash pronoun plus adjective plus. For example, I wish I was strong. Equals were I strong. I wish I were rich. Equals were I rich. An exclamatory sentence will be formed in the sense of having. Structure 1. Had plus noun slash pronoun plus. For example, I wish I had a house. Equals I had a house. I wish I had 2 wings. Equals I had 2 wings. Structure 2. The sentence structure can also be like this. Had plus noun slash pronoun plus a and plus adjective plus noun slash pronoun plus. For example, I wish I had a strong body. Equals I had a strong physique. I wish I had lots of money. Equals I had a lot of money. I hope you understand properly. Please learn English on the English grammar part of this website. After watching all the videos, I think you should study the content well once. Because if there is any update of the content, you will understand only if you read the content well. Thank you very much. Best of luck.